at the Hyundai South Africa head office on the launch of another new Hyundai model. In spite of the times we're living in, Hyundai are managing to launch new models. It's the Kona, not facelift. We'll get the exact naming for it just now. Model enhancement, Hyundai like to call them. And I've got Dion Sonicus, the communications manager for Hyundai South Africa, with me. Dion, first of all, thanks for even putting together a launch under the current circumstances. I think you guys are doing an amazing job of it.
Well, Alan, we decided to give the guys a chance to drive the car, and we did it in a very responsible manner where we kept our distance and we sanitized the vehicles properly, and it was one person per vehicle. But as you experience it today, this is a very good product, a very well-designed car.
Absolutely so.
It drives very well. Behind me, we have the new engine derivative in the range, the 1.6 turbo petrol engine,
right,
with a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. And
of course, that's what was missing from the original range, wasn't it? A version like that.
In the original range, we had a 1 liter turbo engine, and this one is a 1.6 turbo engine with a 146 kilowatt maximum power output.
Yeah.
And this complements the other engine in the range, the 2 liter naturally aspirated engine, which is linked to continuously variable transmission, which we call an intelligent variable transmission, because you can feel when you drive, you can feel gear changes. It's not that completely seamless feeling of the earlier continuously variable transmission.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, I've just driven both. The 2 liter naturally aspirated with that intelligent variable transmission, as you guys call it, is so smooth, so comfortable. That's the cruiser of the range. There's no doubt in my mind. I just felt it's such a good cruiser. Whereas the turbo version is the performer of the range. It's the urgent one.
It's got a good performer.
Yeah.
This 1.6 turbo turbocharged engine also it comes with in the inline version, which we'll put out to test later.
So I hope to get a test car on that one soon. But
yes, you'll get the inline version, and the difference between this model here that we're filming here and the inline lies on the outside in the trim of it. The inline
and a much more aggressive grille to it, I saw.
It has, and in the interior too, it's got inline badging, red piping on the seats, red stitching on the seats, to distinguish it from the other models.
But other than that, the body shell is pretty much the same as the previous Kona. Nice, aggressive. I know that on the launch event yesterday, Stanley referred to it as a crossover as opposed to the SUVs in the rest of your range.
Yeah, it is. It's still, you can see it still has a high stance. It has a very decent ground clearance of about 17 centimeters. But it is more of a crossover, and you can see it's a vehicle that is at home in the city, but also on a road trip. And it's just got roof rails where you can fit, say, a roof box to it, cycle rails for bicycles to carry your bicycles.
So very much for the family, that's for sure.
Surfboards, anything else. It's a car for adventure, for an adventurous lifestyle too. Good lifestyle vehicle.
Great. Dion, let's jump inside, look at a few features on the inside as well. Dion, we're inside the new Kona now, and take us through some of the features that you want to show me on the car that have been added now, because the big thing is what's been added.
Well, on this vehicle we have the new CarPlay, Apple CarPlay link is a Bluetooth link, so it's a cordless link.
What a pleasure! What a pleasure!
We have a charging pad.
Right. Down at the bottom there.
Down at the bottom in the center console, where you put the phone down on that pad and it charges wirelessly.
Right.
As well. Also works with Android Auto. It's set up for Apple CarPlay at the moment. The design, interior design, has been upgraded. We have on this model here the executive 1.6 turbo executive model. We have the silver around the
events,
events there. This model comes with automatic air conditioner.
Okay.
It has all your controls on the steering wheel. And a very nice feature is those 4 different drive modes,
Yes, I
which
actually was
will
playing with that on the drive just now.
which will show. If we start this, you will see the drive mode showing in the center console. You can you can also, when you have roads with it's covered in snow maybe, or in dust, or in mud, you can select mud, sand, or snow.
Okay.
To reduce the traction, just to give you better traction so that the wheels don't slip. And then you can also select your drive mode, ranging from smart, sport, comfort, or eco. Eco is, as a name indicates, it's a more economic mode, your drive mode. And then in comfort, it is again, as the name indicates, a comfortable mode.
Right.
But then you also get sport mode, where the revolutions will go higher in each gear before it changes. And obviously you use a bit more fuel then compared to eco mode. And then the last one would be smart mode, where you, under normal driving conditions, it will be more economical drive mode. But as soon as you step on the accelerator, it senses that your urgency of the driver, and it will change to sport mode.
Because when I was driving earlier and when I was in the turbo version, this 1.6 turbo, I had in smart mode for quite a while and I felt it really was performing. Then I did kick it into sport mode for a bit, and it really was fantastic. I must tell you, the response was great.
Yeah, this model has got the 1.6 turbo engine with 146 kilowatt and 265 Newton meters maximum output of torque. It is a car with a very decent performance, and the same as I indicated earlier than the inline model, where the inline just has more features inside, the in badge, yeah, on the steering wheel, on the seats, and special treatment on the seat trim.
Right. Well, you know, Dion, if you think about it, 10-15 years ago, 147 kilowatts would have qualified you as a hot in the hatch crossover type kind of segment. Now, unfortunately, some guys have moved on, but it's still pretty warm. Let's call it that. It's a good output for a car of the size.
It is. It's we will follow this early next year with a pucker in model.
Yeah.
Which will have the 2-liter turbocharged engine, same as we have in the ICT-N, and that car will come with a dual clutch transmission.
Right, and that'll have the 206 kilowatts.
Yes, it will be more than 200 kilowatts. Yeah.
Right.
Engine, yes.
Just quickly going around the car, and another nice feature I see you do have, and I really do like this because this is so important in today's world, is there is a USB in the back seat as well for backseat passengers.
That's a new feature for backseat passengers, to have a USB charging port there, and there's a little area for you to put your cell phone
Store your phone there next to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Charges, yes.
The other thing I've noticed with your cars lately, I must tell you, is I'm going now to the center stack. How clean and neat the center stack has been on all the new Hyundais, and that stood out to me.
Yeah, we launched, end of last year, we launched a Creta, which has a particularly neat and clean design, and as you mentioned, this follows that trend of good design. Form, where form and function interact. That you have a very functional interior, but also the form of it is clean and neat, and it tends to become more minimalistic.
Very much. It's almost becoming a trend of Hyundais. It looks good. Dion, just to end off, prices, please.
So for the 2-liter naturally aspirated model with a IVT gearbox, and that is priced at 449,900 Rand. And then it comes up to the model that or the derivative that we're sitting in here, the 1.6 Turbo Executive, and that is priced at 499,900. And then we get the top of the line inline derivative, and that is priced at 579,900.
Right, so nice range, and I mean that inline, certainly from what I've seen of it, looks stunning with all the extras that it has, the body kit, the aggressive looks, and a few interior features as well. Can't wait to see that one and get my hands on one. I understand that's going into the test fleet, so that should be quite fun.
This week you'll have it soon to experience that. And
Fantastic. Dion, just briefly to finish off, what's coming next?
Well, it's in a very busy year for us in terms of new models and models enhancements. We already launched the Santa Fe, enhanced Santa Fe, or some refer to it as a facelift, but we prefer to see it as an enhancement. We've now launched this one, and we've launched a new i20, an all new model, earlier this year. And then the next model to come will probably be the Palisade, the big SUV.
I saw that one at the Santa Fe launch. Looks interesting as well. Nice and big, really into a whole different category of its own, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's certainly it's bigger than the Santa Fe, which used to be our biggest and most expensive model in the range. And the Palisade will put that. And then later in the year, we're getting very interesting. We're getting the Staria, which will replace the H1 wagon.
Right, that should be. So will that still be this year?
We will have that in several derivatives, right up from a panel van right up to a luxury 9-seater.
Wow, okay. You reckon still this year, hopefully?
That will still come this year, yes. And then there's the Tucson. New Tucson is also on the horizon.
Right, yeah, because that's just been launched overseas quite recently.
Yes, that's an all new model. That is the 4th generation Tucson.
Well, hectic times for you guys, but number 3 in the sales, so not surprising. You guys are pushing nicely and doing very, very well in these times.
Yeah, based on passenger sales numbers alone, we are number 3, and overall sales we are number 4.
Right.
Last month, yes, we've done well. Our dealers have a good variety of stock. We've been lucky. Some brands have been affected by disruptions in delivery of stock.
For sure, yeah.
But our dealers have generally been well served in that respect, and we've done well. We have also worked hard in these strange times of the pandemic since last year, since it started, to really increase our market share.
Well, you're succeeding, that's the point.
And we've been quite active. Our dealer network has done very well in these disrupted trading circumstances. They've done really well to deliver excellent sales.
Great, Dion, thanks a lot. That means hopefully I'll be seeing a few more times this year still. And nice new product, that's for sure. It's going to do well, I'm sure. So thanks for that, and thanks for helping me on the video. And all I can say is behind the camera, for Motor Matters, I'm Alan Naar, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Alan.